Morning and welcome to another one of my videos. I'm out in seriously unpleasant weather in a place called Orr Marshes. So Orr Marshes that way, Isle of Sheppey behind me, and I've got Andy as company today, fishing out into the deeper channel, tide going out. I think low tide is about 1:30 or thereabouts, so we're going to fish it out, maybe fish it back, see how we get on with the weather, but it's not very nice. So Andy has done it again. He's called himself a dogfish. At least I think it's a dogfish. And the fishless one here has caught absolutely nothing. There's no surprise for all of you viewers out there. What is all that about? I really don't get it. But it seems to be the story of my fishing life. So what sort of week have I had? Well, you know me, toilets, coffee. Well, it was coffee. Went to get some coffee at one of these roadside coffee places, which I've used a few times. Got coffee, really nice cappuccino, put on side, old-fashioned sugar dispenser, glass thing on top, funnel thing. Poured it out, and the lid fell off, and then all the sugar just went boosh everywhere. And I said, oi, to the bloke, I said, you didn't screw that on, it wasn't me. I said, well, who was it then? I want another coffee. Well, you're not having one with it unless you pay. I said, do not be ridiculous. I said, I will never ever come back here again and never ever buy another coffee. And I persuaded him. Sean Burr, you were taking the mickey in a very nice way out of my laughter. As many people do, but it is part of me. I cannot change it. I drive my wife mad. She says I sound like a bloody braying donkey. But unfortunately, I don't have all the bits that a donkey has. And I will leave that thought out there. Gixer Wayne, if you're watching, fellow, thumbs up to your chap. Gavin McNamara, London Viking. But I certainly am not going to go down the coast tomorrow because I think it is going to be absolutely minging down there. But I need a fish. I cannot go home again not catching a fish and him beating me again. How does that happen? Why is it happening? And guess what? He's got a bit of rope and he's got a dogfish. Size of him. What's happening? Why can't I catch a dogfish? Right, I've just had this go thump, thump, thump. And I can't really believe it because, as you lot out there know, it's me. Fish. Ray! This old chap appeared with a couple of bins and I just asked him what was in them. And he's a local fisherman and he's gutted a load of fish and he feeds the birds. So he's come down here and he does it often, and now all the gulls are coming in. I don't believe it, as Victor would say. I have a bite on this nearest rod, and it is not the wind. Please be a fish. Andy's caught 2, I've only caught 1. I want to catch up with Andy. But there's an amazing oil slick where this chap has chucked the fish. It's running way down tide. Still doing stuff. Definitely doing stuff now. Well, it feels like something on here. And I can see fishy stuff. And what might it be? I suspect, by the looks of it, it's another dogfish. I'm now equal. Ray! A little old dogfish. So I just had a thumping great bite on this one. Do it again. Oh, whoa, there's a bite. Please be a fish. How can they bite like that and not get caught? Eh? Yeah. And they've done it again. What is going on? How can that happen? So Andy's just had a bonkers bite and he's actually managed to catch whatever's on the end. Is it another dogfish? And if it is, he's now beating me. It's a little dogfish. Well, hey, well, it's 3 fish. Although that's a real fat dogfish. No, you'd be eating that one as well, wouldn't you? They seem a lot chunkier here.
But that was, I literally cast that out, you still won your bite, and I turned around and it's gone, just went straight off.
No, cool fish. Right, I better catch up now. Right, we have interest in the big bait. But I think it's probably a dogfish bite again, which is this rod here. And I have to catch you. I was just saying to Andy, it's 20 odd years and I've never ever beaten him. And I'm now getting close. And I had caught him up, and then he beat me. So I need another fish, and then I'm level. Whoa, there's a bite. This time I'm going to have you, he says. Well, there's something on the end. And it's doing fish stuff, and it looks very much like, you've guessed it, a dogfish. Look at the size of that one. That's huge. I can't believe I'm actually catching fish. What's happening, Paul? So I'm now equal with Andy, but that probably won't be for too long, because I have no doubt he'll be leaping into activity. Come on, fish, give me the hook. Right, undo yourself. Okay. It's obviously some sort of defense mechanism, isn't it, that they adopt. If I look dead, I'll be left alone. But surely you must know you're in the water. That's the worm was going dunk dunk dunk, and the big bait has been doing like, but that's a more defined bite on this one, so let us see. Well, this is an experience I'm not used to, and that silly dogfish is still there. What are you doing? So you kill yourself because you're being stupid. Goodness. Well, it's a fish, but what it is, I suspect, it's probably another dogfish. It Doesn't want to come in. I think it's a dogfish. Is it a dogfish? Oh, surprisingly.
Oh dear, you didn't get in front of me.
No, 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 no. Look,
Who's his longest?
look, what's going on?
Mine's longer.
Yeah. Andy's is longer, and no funny comments. What is going on? So that's 5-4. I don't believe it. I was being really smug, thinking, right, 20 years of fishing, I've finally beaten him. But no, I now have to catch another one. So, is it? No, it's 4 all, isn't it? Yeah, 4 all. So if I catch one, I beat you. But that's probably unlikely. Right, dogfish. Away you go. Well, it's a good position to be in, I suppose. Oh, right. It's going to happen now. I'm going to pull ahead now. Well, this has kind of gone slack. Ah, I've done it. I'm ahead. But how much long for? Oh. Yeah, really big dogfish, I have to say, in here. Wonder if they live here all the time. Maybe they do. Maybe they just get fat living here. Ooh, that's a fair old dogfish. Okay, chap, let's get you back. It's so refreshing to actually get bites and catch fish. That's a feeling I haven't had for days. 5-4, but I suspect in the next moment or two it'll be 5 all, and I suspect it's not going to be a crashing victory for me, because we'll probably just end up level pegging. But I'm feeling the moment. I have waited, I cannot tell you, years. I've been boat fishing with him, he's beaten me. I've been coarse fishing, he's beaten me. Sea fishing every time I go, he doesn't just beat me, he decimates me. Today is the first time, so thank you, dogfish. Here's on this one that we had a slack bite. Could this be a fish? Wouldn't it be good if it was, because then that means I'm 6-4 and I'm ahead with a bit of a margin. God, they feel really heavy. And I suspect it'll be another dogfish. Yes. Well, if I wanted dogfish for supper, And again, a sensible fish. But I do like catching you, and I haven't the heart to clump you on the head. Come on, give me the hook. There we go. There we go, look. Oh, so happy. I haven't felt this feeling for I don't know how long. And yes, no jokes, please. I'm referring to the fishing feeling. I was starting earlier on to feel a bit kind of depressed. The combination of the weather and Andy catching and me not. Hey? He's saying he's given me a chance now, which I suspect he is, because he is a gentleman. But I really don't care who catches, as long as both of us catch fish and we have bites. And we've had lots of bites today, which is really lovely to see bites as opposed to just guessing that there might be something on the end. Ferry over there in the sort of 1800s. And it joined up with here, obviously, and I think it's called Hearty Ferry, I think, but don't quote me. And there's a pub over here. Maybe it was sited there because of the ferry, but we are going to have a fish over there as well, because you can drive across the island and then down a track and down onto the beach and then walk down the jetty, and there doesn't seem to be many obstructions. There are all these boats around here and one or two obstructions, but next time the weather's crap we'll go and fish over there. But today was a good call because we wouldn't be able to fish the sea. It would have been absolutely howling down there. It'd be nice to catch a bass or just something a little different. So we're at 6.5. Yeah, that is a bite. Please be a fish, don't be a snag. You'll never guess what this might be. It's a, you haven't seen one of these, have you? Unsurprisingly, it's, yeah, this is a minnow dogfish. Andy is taking the mickey out of the length. Anyway, right, little dogfish. Even though you bathed up all over me, you get freedom. To all of you boys and girls out there, we're at the end of the day. Had a really ace today. Ace today. Get the words out. Ace day. Stupid man. And surprisingly, I've actually caught fish. I don't know what all that's about, but it's something I haven't been used to in a long, long time. So to all of you out there, as ever, thanks for watching. Look after yourselves. But before I go, I have to say thanks to Andy for sharing the day with me and being an idiot, because today he's taken that rollover from me. So what is that on your head?
No, knife fishing. We're ready. The clocks go back tomorrow.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I want one of those. How cool's that? I've got an old one that you've got to... I really like that. I've got to get one of them. So until next time, which will be in a week's time, have a lovely week and I'll see you then. All right, cheers to everyone.